What's going on, everybody? This is a doubleheader versus Joey, also known as pokeaimMD, and he's one of my good friends, and he actually uploaded this battle, but I'm also uploading two battles versus him that I had on the ladder. So since he uploaded doubleheader versus Shofu also, I might as well just throw a doubleheader up there since I can, and I kind of missed a couple days of uploading, and it's already pretty late right now. So getting on to the battle, not the battle, the team preview. This is my team that I have actually told you guys about. And I actually made this first day I actually played UU, and it's actually doing great. I used to run Red Sleeve Talk, Shed Shell, Bronzong, but Magneton is not, very common in UU, so I changed the set to Gyro Ball, and Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and a Toxic. But then I changed it to Grass Knot, all because the Shofu made Rhyperior that much more common. So yeah. Now I run, well, Bronzong is pretty self-explanatory. It's a Stoutland and other things that can't really hit Bronzong. A lot of things can't hit Bronzong, such as Gligar. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I want to hurry this up a little bit. I run Roserade. I run Double Spikes, modest max speed, 88 HP. So Double Spikes helps me a lot because if the team can't handle Spikes, they handle, no, if they can't handle T-Spikes, they handle Spikes. Or, no. They can handle T-Spikes, but they can't handle Spikes. If they can handle Spikes, they can handle T-Spikes, such as more bulkier teams. So, yeah, it's pretty much it's a win-win situation for me. Double Spikes is really good, and since I'm running Modest, it can do over 40% to special defensive Zatus with Sludge Bomb, so that's one reason why I like using it. And actually, I'm thinking about making it fully special attack, but, you know, so it can get that, close to a KO on the Zatu, but you know, I run Hitmon top as my spinner, just because extra fighting Pokemon, it really comes in handy, especially versus Snorlax and stuff, and Porygon too. And I run special defensive EVs and some defensive EVs, more special defensive EVs with the Careful Nature, I believe, just for Chandelure, just because my team, it helps pull up the slack versus Chandelure, so people like to stay in versus Hitmon top. I keep on saying, keep on wanting to say Hitmonlee, but yeah, Hitmon top because I run Stone Edge and Toxic, so that actually helps me a lot in a lot of situations, and it'll actually help out in this battle, as you'll see. And I run Kingdra. It used to be Specs, but now I run Rain Dance with Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, and Draco Meteor, and that is actually a really great set. People really expect, sometimes they expect Specs, and then sometimes most of the time they expect Dragon Dance. So I set up the Rain Dance. They're still like, what kind of set is it? Is it mixed? Is it what is what? And then I fire off Hydro Pumps, and then they're just like, what the fuck? And then I fire off Dragon Pulse, and it's just like, dude, what's going on? Some people can't really recover off from that, so that actually really helps me pull up an advantage in the battle. So now I'm gonna go to my Mew, which is like my main Pokemon on this team. Everything is based around it, and special Rain Dance Kingdra really helps out with this, because it takes off the physical walls that switch into Kingdra expecting the DD, and it really helps out for Mew, because Mew is SD Mew with Drain Punch, Sucker Punch, and then Headbutt with Swords Dance. So you already know that Slowbro and Zatu and stuff like that are going to be walling me in Mew, so I'm going to need those things out of the way. And +2 Sucker Punch after rocks can OHKO Flygon at medium to max damage, so that's actually really fantastic. And after rocks and spikes, they can OHKO and Milotic with Zen Headbutt. +2 Zen Headbutt does 60 to 70%, or like 60 to 76% to a Rhyperior, so that's crazy. So, and then now for my last Pokemon, I run a Scarf Victini, which is very good because Scarf Victini's GK does like 30 to 40% to a fully defensive Blastoise, and over 50% to a Flygon. So it's actually really good. And this is already really long already. So for Joey's team, he has Quillfish, Porygon 2, Chandelure, Zatu, Bronzong, and Crocodile. The Crocodile plus Chandelure combo, it could really trap my Victini. So I want to save my Victini for special moments. I don't want to waste it at any given moment. But I know the team, I know every single set because I gave Joey the team, but he knows my team also, so it's not really like a disadvantage to neither of us. So this is actually going to be a really fun battle. So yeah, let's get on with the battle. I'm going to lead off with my Kingdra because I always generally lead off with my Kingdra because it always gives me the advantage. But at this point, I don't want to get paralyzed by the discharge on the off chance he does get the paralyzed. So I'm gonna switch out to my Rosary. Now I'm gonna start firing off sludge bombs. It actually stays in, and he actually gives me 31% damage off this Porygon too. And now I'm gonna keep on firing off the sludge bomb. I'm not paralyzed, so I'm still in a good position. And he is actually gonna go out to his Xatu. It's gonna do 40%, generally, like I said. And now I'm gonna fire off another sludge bomb because I know even if he stays in and goes for the side shock and kills me off, his Xatu is gonna be really weakened and it can't really do much else. So that's all I really need is his Xatu gone. Then I can start sweeping with my SD Mew, and he kind of knows that, but he actually predicted me to switch with it on, and he switches his Killfish. Actually, that does a lot of damage. I'm just gonna go for the Giga Drain, not trying to overpredict or anything, and actually goes to his Bronzong. So that's kind of annoying, and he's gonna be able to set up Stealth Rock as I predict him to switch to his Xatu right here. And I'm gonna keep on going for the Sludge Bomb because Spikes and T-Spikes, it'll help me out. Spikes will help me out in this match, but Joey doesn't know I run Spikes, I guess. I thought he does, but in this narration he said he thought I run Sleep Powder, but I don't run Sleep Powder. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. Like I said, keep on going for the Sludge Bomb. It's not really a bad move for me because on the off chance he does switch out to his Xatu, it's pretty much gonna be gone. And I don't really need my Rose Rate in this battle because it's not gonna help me out very much. So I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, predicting his Chandelure switch in since I didn't think he would want to put some damage on his Xatu. But now I'm just gonna stay in and go for a Gyro Ball. And then next turn I'm gonna go out to my Victini. It doesn't really matter what he goes for, Side Shock, Nightshade, or Roost. I just want to get my Victini. Oh, whoa! Wrong battle. What's going on? I go out to my Kingdra, just trying to get a Rain Dance up. Because if I get a Rain Dance up, that's my advantage right there. Because he's gonna switch into a Skillfish. I'm gonna go for the Rain Dance, and then he's gonna get O-Code by a Dragon Pulse. Since I did prior damage to it with the Sludge Bomb, so that was actually a pretty key play right there that I got that Sludge Bomb off. Because now he can't really do anything with the Quillfish. No Spikes up in this match. He only has Rocks up, which are good since I don't really need to switch out to my what is it? My Hitmontop later on in the battle. But he actually goes to his Bronzong and actually hit the Hydro Pump, which is very good because now his Bronzong is pretty much out of the game. And then I'm gonna go out with a Boom and go out with my Draco Meteor, and that's gone, and so is my Kingdra. So I believe now I go into my Victini since it's a double down. Never mind, I go out to my Hitmontop because in the off chance that he goes into a Chandelure, predicting me to go out to something like my Victini or my Bronzong. Since Rain is up, and he actually messed up and he didn't think Rain was up, and he goes for Fire Blast, and I fire for Stone Edge. So Chandelure is pretty weakened, and the Rain is gone now. So I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna let my Hitmontop. I was gonna let my Hitmontop as fodder, but he actually switched out to his Crocodile. We're gonna go over the close combat now, and I almost clicked Stone Edge, but I just wanted to be safe because I've been trying to overpredict lately, so it's not really that big of a deal. So he switches out to his Xatu now. I believe he's gonna go for the Roost. So I go into my Victini, but I think he actually goes for the Side Shot. Yeah, he does. So his Victini is still very low on HP, so that's not a big deal really. But now I'm gonna go for the U-turn, predicting a Chandelure to come in, and I don't really want to get trapped by this. So I'm gonna switch out to my Mew now, and he could have switched out to his Crocodile, but I guess he was predicting me to overpredict. And his Chandelure is out of the match now, so that's good for me. I'm actually going to kind of speed this up because this time limit's pretty low. But now I'm going to switch out, predicting him to go for the Crunch, predicting me to predict the Pursuit. So if you get that, then yeah. Now I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, predicting the Xatu, and the Xatu's out of the way now. And now I have an easier way to deal with this team now. But he has Porygon 2 left now. But it's not really that big a deal because now I can just go for the Toxic. Since I know I can live a Tri-Attack with my Special Defense CVs, I can fire for Toxic, then Rapid Spin, getting these rocks out of the way so my Victini has an easier way to stay in. And now I can fire for Close Combat, getting this Porygon 2 out of the way, and then that's pretty much game for me because now I can bring in my Mew after the Toxic damage, and it's going to be game because I can just go for the Drain Punch, kill it off. He brings in his Crocodile, and then I'm going to just go out to my Bronzong. Since his Crocodile is at max HP, I don't want to take the chance on my V-Crate not KOing at that point. So I'm going to go to my Bronzong, fire off a Gyro Ball, and then fire off a V-Crate. So that was a good game, Joey. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. Now we're going to go off to the second match, which is already 10 minutes, so what the fuck. This is not the longest narration I've ever done, so it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, that was a good game. 1-0, very close, very close game, and I didn't have hazards up the entire match, so it was really, I really had to plan myself out during the match. It was kind of a long time ago, both these matches, so forgive me if I forget some of the plays in some of the matches. So yeah, on to the second match. Here's team preview. He actually, whoa, this is not team preview. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm pausing. And we're back. This is Joey's real team. It's actually kind of a spin-off of Reese's team, since he likes the whole Porygon 2, Zatu, little core combo thing. Since Zatu is really good and really walls a lot of the general Pokemon in UU, so it's actually really good, and his team is actually really good. I believe he's running. Holy crap! Excuse me. Holy crap! I had to clear my throat. But yeah, he's running a Kingdra. I believe it's Specs or Rain Dance, something like that, because he knows Kingdra is a really big threat. And then he's running Heracross. It looks like a Scarf Heracross because nothing on his team would fill in that general slot. And then Suicune is, I'm guessing, Sub Coal Mine. I'm not really too sure. It could be Sub, it could be Rest, Sleep Talk. You never really know. Rest, Sleep Talk is good, but Sub is pretty damn good also, just because of its natural bulk and stuff. But he was actually leading off with his Kingdra. I was predicting him to lead off with his Bronzong or something, trying to get the advantage with the Stealth Rocks and stuff. But so I'm going to lead off with my Victini and not with my Kingdra for once. So yeah, let's get on with the match. Like I said, he's going to lead off with the Kingdra like I usually do. And Kingdra is a really good lead. Like I said, for people that lead off with their fire types, predicting the Bronzong lead, like I kind of did, but that's what I actually did versus people. And he actually gets a Hydro Pump crit, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's, I don't really care. I'm just gonna set it the I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump, predicting him. Actually, no, he is Specs Kingdra, since he didn't get any recoil damage. So yeah, I predicted him to switch out to his Bronzong and go for the Hydro Pump, and then he predicted that, and he predicted me to not really overpredict and go for the Draco Meteor. So he's kind of got me right at the moment. But then again, it's not really that big of a deal. I don't really care at this point. Kingdra isn't really that big of a role in this battle, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna fire off a V Create, and it's gonna do 20%. I guess that's kind of a lot to a Kingdra. So now I'm gonna switch out. I believe I go to my own Kingdra just as Death Fodder, in case he wants to fire off a Draco Meteor or something. But he just goes for the Surf and I actually live. So that was actually kind of whoa. But he actually runs Timid Kingdra. And yeah, he's gonna outspeed and KO me, so I don't have any chance of firing off a hit before I go down. So it's not really a big deal. Now I'm gonna predict his Zatu switch in, and I'm gonna get the poison on it. Excuse me, what the fuck is wrong with me, dude? I'm just clearing my throat everywhere. I feel like a while. But I don't think this poison is gonna end up mattering, as I'll show you later in the battle. I'm gonna switch out to my Bronzong. I don't really know why, actually. What I guess I predicted his double switch. I don't really know what's going on in my moment, and in that moment of the battle. But yeah, I just fire off a Gyro Ball, and he hits 2 Hydro Pumps, so it's not really that big a deal. Again, I don't have rocks up in this battle, just because I'm so cautious with that. I don't want to mess up. But I actually really should have went for the rocks, since the rocks were already up, and his Zatu is poisoned. It wasn't really that big of a deal for me to go for the Stealth Rocks, but then again, it was my choice. But now I'm down 4-6, so I'm gonna go into my Mew and just start setting up Swords Dances and fire some Drain Punches. As you see, this is a very big threat, as +2 does 50% to a Bronzong, so that's actually pretty big damage. So yeah, now he's gonna bring in his what is he bring in? His Heracross, and I actually predicted at the moment in the battle, like I wasn't really like. I was kind of like, fuck it. I wasn't really in that great of a mood, just because I think I was going on tilt, and so he just brings in this thing, and I didn't really pay attention that it could be Scarf, but I knew it was Scarf. Me looking at the battle after, so it was kind of like, I'm kind of dumb for that, because he could have went for the Mega Horn easily, but he predicted me to switch out, and I actually go for the Zen Butt and goes for the Pursuit. So it works out for me either way, and I take out his Kingdra, his Bronzong, and his Heracross. So it goes from a 4 to 6 disadvantage to a 3-3 advantage. So he brings in his Kingdra, or no, he brings in his Suicune, and as I bring in my Rosary, predicting that, and he's gonna switch into Zatu now, and I go for the Giga Drain, and it does 18%, so he had 57%, so it would have, no, yeah, the poison did matter, so yeah, never mind. Poison matter, I'm gonna set up a whoa, what the fuck, I can't even talk now, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, I'm gonna set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, just so I can get the advantage, knowing I can live 1 Ice Beam. So he's gonna switch out to his Suicune, and then switch back in, so they're both gonna be poison. That's all I wanted, so I can get some residual damage. And now I'm gonna go to my Hitmontop just to fire off a close combat, since I know he can't 3-8 KO me with the Ice Beam tri-attack, or he could 3-8 KO me, but I can live and fire off 3 attacks, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I'm gonna go with the close combat. I don't need to go with the Rapid Spin at this moment, but now I'm gonna predict him to predict my Roserade, and he's gonna go for the Ice Beam as I switch into my Victini. So that's actually really good for me. Now I can fire off a Fusion Bolt, and I believe since I didn't go for the V-Create and I don't have minded special defense, he can't OHKO me with the Scald from this range. So I actually live, and that's actually gonna come into key play right there, because I can KO the Suicune, and then go out to my Hitmontop as his Porygon 2 goes with that Ice Beam, and then take it, go for the Rapid Spin, and then fire off a close combat, living the tri-attack with my special defensive EVs, and then switching back into my Victini and go for the V-Create and get the for sure KO. So yeah, that was a great 2 games. It really came down to the situation with the Hitmontop and the Porygon 2 like twice in a row. It actually made me laugh because these battles are twice in a row. Well, not twice in a row generally, but what the hell happened right there? It just kind of like froze. But yeah, it was just like, you know, same situation twice, and it was on normal speed again. I should have put on fast, but now it's going on fast. So yeah, but that was a great game, Joey. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check them out if you already haven't. Like, comment, all that, and I hope my narration wasn't too bad. I probably said a million times, but I tried to you know, talk a little bit more clear and try to go a little bit more fast paced, since this was kind of on the time limit. Not really, since it's like 18 minutes long already. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, leave a like and comment and stuff. Peace.